I got the hat back on, right? Reason why I have the hat on, my shower's not fixed. And I'm still deciding if I'm going to take a cold shower or not. And while I decide whether I'm going to take a cold shower or not, I decided to throw on my hat. Yesterday, I threw up posts and I started calling people. Imagine that. I picked up the phone and I called people. I wasn't afraid to talk to people. I was not afraid to give my number out. And I made a new friend yesterday, and it's a new friend I can trust with my phone number. So that always makes me happy. A lot, a lot. Maybe I should have called this something else instead of the first Seal and White Horseman, because nobody wants to watch it. But that's exactly what I wanted to talk about. So for my birthday every year, I ask Heavenly Abba, is it this year Tribulations is going to start? Is it this year? Well, I feel like I fell under some spiritual attack. In that when I was asking Heavenly Abba that question, the kingdom of darkness was in to give me confusion and to make me feel confused and to make me doubt everything that I was talking with Heavenly Abba about. So I took my time with them. I tested the spirits in Yeshua's name. And I believe that Heavenly Abba Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh said yes. Yes. The tribulation commences now. It's the year 2021 on the Gregorian calendar, which is about to come to a close in 3 months. But on the Hebrew calendar, it is the new year of 5782. Did you guys ever add up the numbers 5782 and it equals 16? Do you know what 16 means in Hebrew? It means something to the effect of love and being one with Jesus. Something to that effect. The number 16. Wait, no. That would be, what was 16? That wasn't 57 plus 82. What the hell was that? Hang on a second, I'm getting confused. So that'd be 22. 24, right? 12 plus 10 is 22. I'm wrong about the 16. Where did that 16 come into play? All right, I almost screwed up. Let me start over. So we are in the Hebrew year 5782. Good morning, Bonnie. Right? 5782. Where that came in. Wonder where the 16 came in. I was doing some research yesterday and I was fiddling around with numbers. So, gotta remember. But the 16 didn't fit in anywhere. And I did not add the numbers 5782 together to see what that came out to. Forgive me for my confusion. Someone just pulled in my driveway, and because I'm on a live stream with you, I'm not gonna go home just yet. Because I want to talk to you guys, and plus I just woke up and I'm not really in the mood to be bombarded. So I believe that Heavenly Abba said yes, the tribulation commences this year. So I believe that was Heavenly Abba's answer to me was yes, it starts. And well, then I asked Heavenly Abba, okay, well, if it starts, where are we? Like, where are we? Are the 7 letters being released? Like, what's going on? Where are we in the Bible? And he gave me an awake vision of the horse. An awake vision. I was walking through the park, walking the dog, and I heard a horse whinny really loud. Turned around, and this park isn't by horses. So for me to hear a horse whinny in this park, that is out of territory, so to speak. That it wouldn't make sense, right? There's no horses around. But anyway, I turned around and I had an awake vision of this big, beautiful white horse. I saw its mane. I saw its saddle. I believe I saw a crown hovering above the horse. I didn't see the rider per se, but I saw the horse, the white horse. I believe that the first seal has been opened. The white horseman is set out to conquer. What's happening in the world? Who is playing Joe Biden behind that mask? Because we know it's not him. So who is it? It seems to me what's happening in the world is everybody's getting conquered. Look at Haiti. How did all those people from Haiti get over here so quickly? Did we even know that they were coming? Because I didn't. And as far as King Murphy in New Jersey, oh, I've got really great news to give you. Our rotten King Murphy, governor of New Jersey, has brought in, get this, I was right. I was so right. King Murphy, our rotten governor in New Jersey, the tyrannical son of a bitch. I don't like him. I didn't vote for him. I only vote for Yeshua. So far, he hasn't been on the ballot, so you ain't going to see me vote. But anyway, King Murphy brought in not the women, not the children, not the elderly refugees from Afghanistan. Oh, no. Do you know what King Murphy put on our army bases? He put a bunch of healthy men from Afghanistan to house them in our army bases here in New Jersey. Healthy men. 20s, 30s, 40s, a whole bunch of healthy men from Afghanistan are being put up in our army barracks here in New Jersey. That does not sound like refugees to me at all. Oh, wait, but see, do you know what the good thing is about these healthy refugee men that King Murphy has brought into all these army camps from Afghanistan? He brought them into our army barracks and camps here in New Jersey because they're refugees. Yeah, these physically fit and well-able-bodied men have their 13-year-old wives with them. Yes, man. So rotten governor, son of a bitch, King Murphy, puts up these healthy men in an army barrack, but they have their 13-year-old wives with them. And King Murphy is allowing that because in their culture, it's okay to rape little girls and marry little girls. And King Murphy is putting up with this and allowing this to come in our state. How are healthy, able-bodied men refugees? Not. And then they bring over their 10, 11, 12-year-old wives, and Murphy's okay with this. Those are not refugees. You know what that is? That is what you do when you are trying to crumble a country. You everybody from Afghanistan, you bring everybody from Haiti, you bring everybody from that country, you bring everybody from another country, and you have them come into the U.S. That is going to collapse us. It's going to make our economy unstable. Where are you going to put all these people that can't speak and read English but need to work? You can't work if you can't speak and read English. You're in America. Oh, wait, that's right. Everybody else is supposed to forget English and start speaking Haitian. Is that a language? At this point, what country is going to take me? I'm a refugee. My country is being sunk. It's being conquered. It's being destabilized. We're no longer sovereign. Anything goes now. I don't want anybody being a citizen of this country if they're marrying a 12 and 13-year-old girl. That's child abuse. So what country is going to take me and my cat and dog in because now I'm a refugee? All of these people that he let in that's living under a bridge or somewhere else. Oh, and then I heard that Biden had all the kids in the cage down on the Mexico border taken and distributed somewhere else in the United States. They've been flown out. Those kids at the border have been flown out to different locations in the United States. Do any of you know where they are? Because I don't. Or is this when they're sold out for organs and for the sex trade? Because now they're out of sight, so they're not in our mind. And where did they go? Adrenochrome. Heavenly Abba has given me Georgina. I love you. Good morning. Good morning, Bonnie. I gotta give you a ring, Bonnie. It was nice to touch base with you yesterday morning, Bonnie. I'm in prayer for you, honey. Just come talk to us, because you can say whatever you want here, Bonnie. We're your friends and prayer warriors, and we're your extended family. So, Bonnie, you come here and hang out with us. And talk to us about everything that's on your mind. Because we're trying to figure stuff out, too, like who the Antichrist is. So far, we got Barry Obama, we got Trump, we got the Yanuka. Did you hear about Yanuka? Yanuka over in Israel. Hey, Jacqueline. Good morning, sweetheart. Global Soul Family. I like that, Georgina. No cigarettes. I gave up my cigarettes. I want to give up this, too, because I don't have money. I can't really afford it. I'm kind of tired of being addicted to nicotine. And before they take my nicotine away from me, I may as well give it up. You know, when we have food shortages, that's going to apply to alcohol and cigarettes too. So if I give them up now, it'll be easier for me later. That was another reason why I quit all of my prescription pain pills back in 2014. Actually, I quit all of my prescriptions. I was prescribed 33 prescriptions, but I was actively taking only 12. Well, I brought myself down to 12. And then once I got to 12 prescriptions, then I quit cold turkey, the rest of them. Heavenly Abba gives me nightmares about Revelation. My whole life. Thanks, Georgina. And I like my cigarettes. I love my cigarettes. I love smoking. And I have asthma, bronchial asthma too. But I've always enjoyed cigarette smoking, really. But I want to give it up before they take it from me. And really, I'm broke. I can't afford cigarettes. So, and I don't want, well, anyway, I want to give it up before they take it. You know, before the food shortages. If the electricity goes out, then I can't charge up my vape pen. I mean, I got my car. I mean, I can charge it in here, but I'm just thinking that I gave up my prescription medications back in 2014 because I had this big feeling that in tribulation, I wouldn't be able to get my pain pills and sleeping pills and anxiety meds and cancer pills and heart pills and IBS pills and blood pressure pills. So I figured that I would just give it up and get rid of these medications before they took them from me. With my high and low blood pressure, because I use medicinal marijuana to come off the prescriptions, the marijuana itself kept my blood pressure level. And I was actually becoming diabetic because of the pain prescriptions I was on. I was borderline diabetic, so I quit all my pills like just in time. But I figured in tribulation, when the trumpets are being blown and stuff like that, I wouldn't be able to get my medicine, so why not give it up now? And when I quit my medications, I relapsed. The first 6 months to a year was really difficult because I'd do great for 4 weeks and then I'd relapse and I'd take a couple doses of pain pills. Then I'd go for 3 months and then need a dose of pain pills. So I was able to give myself kind of like that grace period. Quit the pills. I know people relapse, and what if I do, which I usually don't, but what if? And of course I did relapse. That's okay, because in the end I totally gave up on my prescriptions, except for my albuterol inhaler. My asthma, my albuterol inhaler is my rescue inhaler. I need it. But I figured I'd come off all my prescriptions before they took them from me. My mom, she actually came off of fentanyl patches. The doctor, because when Barry Obama was president, he put red tape around everything, including prescription medications. How many pills a pharmacy could have, then the pharmacy can only dole a certain amount of pills out. And oh boy, you don't want the state involved in your health decisions. And that's what Barry Obama did, was he got involved with all of our health decisions. So when that happened and the pharmacies would be like, oh yeah, we're not going to have your prescriptions in for 2 weeks. It's like, I can't go 14 days in the pain I got. You better go get pain pills from somebody else and put them in my hand. I need my meds. So with all that hubbub going on, I just gave it all up. And that's where kratom and medicinal marijuana really came in handy. That kratom, thank you. Thank you, Heavenly Abba, for kratom, because I don't have to be addicted to morphine, Dilaudid, roxycodone, oxymorphine, or oxymorphone. A doctor even put me on methadone once. Oh my God. I was like, put me back on my regular prescriptions, get rid of this methadone. What are you doing? Who's that? Sorry, I got a notification. Prayers. Oh, Jacqueline, my prayers for you too. Yeah, there's my fur baby. She's like, look at the park, Holly, look at the park. The park, Holly, the park. Remember Fantasy Island? The plane, boss, the plane. You ready? You ready? Look at her, she's just so cute. Come here. You ready? You just ready? Come here. You pretty girl. I love you. I'm always trying to get her to lay on the bed, right? She won't. I don't know what it is with her, but the past 8 months she won't sleep on the bed with me. Well, when she wants something and I say no, she throws a little fit. And you know what she does when she throws a little fit? She goes and jumps on my bed. She thinks I'm mad at her for being on the bed. But I want her on the bed. Ever since the ex collapsed my lung, my dog sleep with me. I make sure they're in the bed with me. Cat on one, dog on the other, right? Well, she throws a little fit because I won't give her treaties or something. So she goes and lays in my bed thinking I'll get mad. I don't. I run and I'm like, oh, good girl, you're on the bed. Good girl, good girl. Right. There used to be a time where I didn't keep her on the bed. I didn't want my animals sleeping with me whatsoever. But like I said, when the ex collapsed my lung, everything changed. And now I make sure my aminals are in the bed with me. I did kind of get over my fear of the dark, though. I definitely can't have the TV playing, the light of the TV flashing, and the noise while I'm sleeping. It triggers my MK Ultra. I kept telling the ex that. After a year, I was like, dude, you're going to crumble me if you keep playing this TV while I'm sleeping. You will literally make me go mad. The TV sets off my MK Ultra programming. And even when you turn the TV down real low while I'm sleeping, the flickering of the lights, that right there is a huge trigger. My Roddy, Leela, is that how you say it, Georgina? Or Laylee? Leela? The sofa person. Aww. Oh, guys, I think I got another storyline for when I get highly triggered. The other storyline, Judges 6 through 8, it's about Gideon. I think Gideon could be another character in the Bible I relate to when I'm highly triggered and targeted. You know, that way it gets my nose in the good book reading it and learning it, because I really should have learned the Bible by now over the past 7 years, and I'm probably a big disappointment to Yud Vav Hey. But so anyway, there's a few things I wanted to say. I got the stares, you know, like when you just stare and your eyes are relaxed. Like Lely. Lely? I'm sorry, Georgina. Sounds like a very cute name. Yeah, my mom's doctors, she couldn't get fentanyl anymore for her prescriptions, so she didn't have a choice. She had to come off those fentanyl patches. She was on the highest dose of fentanyl. So for my mom to come off, man, that's a miracle. I know God exists, because that woman not only did not want to give up her fentanyl patches, but she was on like 200 milligrams of it, or 250 or 300, I don't know. Oh, thanks, Jacqueline. I'm humbled. So there was something else I wanted to say, and I keep getting off on these tangents. But I noticed that the shelves in New Jersey and the stores, some days they have things, some days they don't. The fast food places around here, they, like, for instance, White Castle. My neighbor loves White Castle, so I go for her and get White Castle. They haven't had milkshakes in 2 weeks. So I find out when they get their delivery of milkshakes, because the elderly neighbor likes it. And I show up, I'm like, yeah, can I have a milkshake? No, we're out of them. I'm like, but you just said you got your order. Yeah, but they didn't give us vanilla milkshakes. I was like, well, do you have this or that, the other item? No, we don't have that either. So I had to go back to my neighbor like a fourth time and say, yeah, they don't have your milkshakes. They don't have like your little shrimp munchy things. So I've noticed that as far as the food thing, like when they say there's going to be food shortages, I can see like shimmers of that happening now. Good morning, Emilia. Leli. Oh, she was a rescue? She became Leli. Oh, that's beautiful. My dog is a rescue. I got her off of Craigslist. I bought her for my boyfriend, but when I brought her home, like a guy I was dating at the time, but when I brought her home, she followed me around the house and wanted nothing to do with the boyfriend, so she became my dog, which is okay. I didn't want a dog. I was like animate. I don't want a dog. I already got a cat. That's already too much for me. But I rescued Cooper. Her family had Child Protective Services. They had problems with CPS, and CPS made them get rid of their cat and dog. That's wrong. because animals' lives matter too. But so anyway, I took Keeper. But the really, really, really cool thing is that I still keep in touch with the couple I got her from. I like that. I sent them pictures of her. I know she's my dog, but when I was down in Tennessee, they wanted me to come to Virginia for a couple of days and bring Keeper so that they could visit with her. But I never made it. Even when I was in Maryland, I never made it. And I was right next door to them, too. It would have been nice. But I'm never leaving New Jersey. It's going to take you guys a ton of sticks of dynamite to ever remove me from New Jersey again. Beauty Brindle, I named her Freya. From mythology, my favorite mythology character. Loving and brave and strong, so Freya seems a good name. I like that. Aww. My cat's also a rescue. Like, they always have signs around town, save a kitten, save a kitten. Well, I saved a cat, and that's how she got her name. Save a kitten, Sava. Well, I saved a kitten, but she saved my heart. I'm dead serious. If I didn't get my cat Sava, I would have lost the ability to love at that time. That was about the time I got my cat. A year and a half after I was strangled on my kitchen floor. And she saved my heart, I have to say that much. I just stopped loving or caring, But my cat, she actually, I lived in a Somerville apartment complex for 10 years, and she ran away from one of the neighbors' houses. And apartment complexes are set up the same way, like the buildings and the courtyards, they tend to look similar. Well, she ran from his building over to my building, and both the buildings look similar. But when I opened my door, she jumped up on the step, did a figure 8 between my legs, let herself into my apartment, walked straight into my apartment, and never left. So I'm like, I guess I got a cat. The weird thing was I had this elderly neighbor, Eddie, and I used to clean his house and take him places because he was elderly. I like to help out elderly people, mainly because I'm after all those really cool stories. Well, back in my day, we had to walk barefoot up the hill to school and barefoot up the hill back home from school. But when he would come over to my house, my cat would literally scram and run and hide, and she would not come out until Eddie left. Well, I guess what happened was Sava was really his cat, my neighbor's cat to begin with, but I don't think she liked the Spanish food he was feeding her, and that's why she left. And I don't mean to sound like that, but I kid you not, when Eddie replaced the cat, he didn't know she ran to me. I didn't have the heart to tell him, but he got this little, what do you call it, pug. Well, this little pug went to it turned into a blimp. He would feed it beans and rice and everything. I mean, everything. So, but he ate everything, the cat didn't. Sound like me. If they want to come for me, running, and I'm not going nowhere. I have a job I come from Orion to do. From Orion, really? Like Sirius B? I think I was on Sirius B in the SSP. She is. She's a cute cat. She's gray and white striped. Twin cats, but one got... Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry for your loss, Amelia. You mean Orion? I have Orion's belt on my ear. The lady who did the holes, the ear piercings, She got the holes all screwed up and crooked. But it looks like when I put my earrings in, it almost looks like Orion's belt on my ear. Hang on one second. I'm all itchy. I hate these hats sometimes. That's really cool, Amelia. You came a long way. Hey, will Orion take refugees from New Jersey? I might need a place to go. That's what I was going to say to you guys before. My whole life, Abba's given me like dreams or nightmares, however you say. And they have matched revelation in the Bible. You know, all the calamity. When I lived in Somerville in 2014, just before I lost my place, my apartment, and I got separated from my possessions, but that's okay. I wanted to separate from my possessions because the apostles did that to take up their cross to follow Yeshua. So I took the apostles' example into my own life and parted from all my possessions, except for my cat, clothes, dog, car, and computer. I parted with everything. It was done in a way to mock you with your experiences. Gotta love a gang stalker, right? I don't think she intentionally did it. You know, the powers that be, the spiritual world, could have moved their hand, but yeah. But I do remember Sirius B, the Elohim on Sirius B. When it came time for me to leave, I made them a present, and I gave it to them. And they looked at it, and they looked at me. They're like, they didn't understand what it was. And I was like, it's a gift. I made it for you. I'm going to miss you when I leave. This is for you to remember me. They were nice to me from what I remember on Sirius B. You know, the Elohim? They're like, you know what they look like. Brilliant colors. There's a picture on the internet. I wish I could like screen share my cell phone to show you this one image, but the one image reminds me of the Elohim. It looks like them. Mintaka, as far as I understand, I've been so painfully homesick since I was a toddler and always pointed out Orion to my mom and said, I want to go home. Oh, man. I am so sorry, Amelia. Oh, I pray Abba comforts you. Get out of there. I am so sorry that you're homesick. I have a I'm sorry. Yeah, you can ask me anything you want. Like liquid fluoride? Or I could ask a question you say about leaving things behind and stuff. I was wondering, I can't eat solids anymore. I need to live on medical liquid feed. It started when I started to fully wake up. I lost my ability to speak when I woke up, but to lose the ability to eat solid foods? This won't be permanent, and we can all go back home when the earth is on track. Come on, Keith. I'm homesick too, but not for Orion. I'm homesick for my yellow-orange planet where Yeshua was before I got stuck in this place on earth. I pray you comfort and happiness, and I pray for your appetite, and I pray for your digestion. I pray that you can eat solid foods again, Amelia, in Yeshua's name. Come on, Keith, don't be ornery. You gotta walk, and I'm gonna walk you. Yeah. Could be from mission or just a 5D type thing. You know what? I have no idea, Amelia. Could be from a mission. I would think it's from the MK Ultra, because I got bad appetite issues. Not to the point that you have them. God bless you, Keeper. 5D type thing. You know what? Combination 5D. I think it's a combination. Because if it isn't a mission to do you in, they're going to zap you with 5D and make sure they do you in on something else. They don't want us to live or to survive. Hey, River, what's going on? So like those dreams, those nightmares and dreams I have all my life, it's like Revelation. Like what you read about in Revelation and you know, in the other canons of the Bible. But in the end times, I see people brought in on trains. Like when I lived in Somerville, New Jersey. Hey, good morning, Dory. It's great to see you. My singing telegram to you yesterday. I just called to say I love you. Ooh, be careful, Kate. I hope to get home to your orange planet too. Ripped apart inside and you ache. I'm sorry you have to survive and endure, Amelia. I pray you get home soon too. We got a world of hell to go through first. But in these dreams and stuff, like in Somerville primarily, and I told my neighbors this, I told them I have visions of in the middle of the night them bringing in on the train cars, you know, the two-level train cars, bringing these two-level train cars into Somerville and people just getting off the train cars like red ants, dispersing through the town of Somerville, and then basically ripping people out of their houses, shooting them, and then they would replace us and live in our houses in place of us. So with all of these refugees coming in from different places, where are we going to put them? And is this when those nightmares are going to happen? Is this when us Americans get replaced? Hey, good morning, Aaron. I'm hoping I get to spend some time talking to you today. I also got to catch up with Victoria, but I want to catch up with you first, Aaron, and meet you and put a voice to your name. I got to meet someone from my chat room yesterday, and it was really, 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 really cool. I was like, cool. Very smart man, too. Like, my IQ will go up in points just by listening to him. Similar dreams and messages in my head. I've seen awful things in my dream about what's coming. Oh, sweetheart. I hope you stay strong, too, Amelia. Yeah, whether it's, you know, these refugees or it's UN troops. Stop. You know, nowadays it's not white versus black. Now it's vaxxed versus unvaxxed. But yeah, I see people coming in and taking our places, taking our homes, them living in my home instead of me. I see them coming in and ripping us out. The same thing as World War II. Remember when Hitler grabbed the Jews out of their own homes and then put them in the ghetto? And that's where we get ghetto from. You know, Newark, New Jersey is a ghetto, pigsty. Same with Jersey City, ghetto. Well, then Adolf Hitler sent in his soldiers to then murder everybody in those ghettos, murder all the Jews in the ghettos. Well, that's what I see that is going to happen to us. And it all starts with this vaccine. And I can't believe how many people are so stupid that they listen to the news and they listen to other people tell them what to think. I mean, like, people must forget, like, 30 years ago when they were kids, the difference between bacteria and virus. In 6th grade science class, we were taught the difference between bacteria and virus. Fast forward 30 years, and these people now totally forget. Do you think they even want to exercise using their library card? No, because that game on the computer is way more important than educating themselves. Primed and ready by my source to help as I can. I just need my memories of how to, my abilities so I can. I pray for you to get your memories back. Sassy, your cat would eat green beans and chips. That's cute. That's cute. Okay, so if this like does that buffering, I'm going home. So just hang on because I'll come right back on. What time is it? So that would be 10. So I would need 30, 20, 30. I hate this. Count and change to make money. Or to, get up enough money. Oh, I'm going to put up my PayPal account, and I hate doing it, but I'm going to solicit people for money. The reason why is because I got to take my PayPal down. Hang on, I got to get her buttoned in right. Come here, sweet pea. I took it off. Okay, come here. Let me get you strapped into the seat. Yes. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Come here. We got to snap you in. Because you're just like a baby. We got to put you in your car seat. Yeah? Baby person. Look at you all wet. Look at you all wet. Did you have fun swimming in the creek? Okay, come on up. PayPal wants me to give them my tax ID information. Get the hell out of here, Biden. I am not paying taxes on gifts. You are off your rocker. And PayPal wants me to give my tax ID because it's like, well, you're doing business and we need your tax information. No, I'm not doing business. And I ain't paying taxes on someone's gift to me. I'm so aggravated and so ticked off. Very upset because that's what Biden is doing. Taxing us on everything. Taxing us on money that's already been taxed and then wanting you to pay a tax on a gift that you get. So now that thing's going to be taxed 3 times. It was, but now they want your tax information and tax ID. I'm not giving it to them. A human baby. Aw, yeah, Amelia. Yeah. Keep her and save her. Like, I always say to them, you guys are like little kids. Little kids. Little toddler kids. I love my animals. I wanted to get a bearded lizard, but, you need money for these things, and I don't have money for that. But, boy, if I brought home a bearded lizard, keeper and save, it would have had my throat. Yeah, Aaron, I ain't giving it to him. I'm not paying money on gifts. No. So they said if I don't give them information, it's going to cause a problem with PayPal. It's not PayPal's business. It's not Biden's business. I'm a big girl. If I was making money, I would have paid taxes on it. I never sold my book. I never sold my drawings. I only accept gifts. And as far as I have read, when you have full disability, when you're on full disability like I am, you are allowed to receive gifts of any monetary value affecting your benefits. So when Heavenly Abba said, Holly, give your testimony, well, I gave my testimony. I didn't sell it. I couldn't imagine charging you guys. You owe me 44, you're present. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, it's Lincoln. How are you? I hope you're feeling all right, and I hope your pain levels are down. Bonnie, I hope your lungs are open today. I pray for Heavenly Abba to take care of us, to cure and heal our health ailments. In Yeshua's name. I've been praying for animals lately, domestic and wild. I say to Abba, I say, I know I'm not supposed to be scared and worried, but Abba, I don't want the animals suffering. We got tribulation. I don't want them to suffer and be harmed or skinned alive or swept away in a tsunami. I don't want animals, domestic or wild, hurt. I say, Abba, please don't put Seva and keep her through tribulation. I'll go through it. I'll do what you want me to do. I'd be happy to and honored. I will carry Yeshua's gospel through the tribulation, but please don't make my fur babies suffer. Please don't let any bad things fall on, like harm my fur babies. But can you imagine when they come with these strike teams to get us out of our houses because we're not getting vaccinated? Can you imagine what's going to happen to our pets? Birds in cages will starve to death. Cats and dogs will be shot. They'll be locked in the house starving to death. So I think this white horse set out to conquer is exactly what this is doing, the vaccine. I don't even want to say vaccine. The punch in the arm. Punch in the arm. Okay. I want you guys to watch her while I run into the store. I should have went. Now I get to be behind slow drivers. Okay, guys, you know how to park a car. It's not that difficult. What are you guys saying? Oh, no! You can ask anything you want, Amelia. I take kratom. I feel I've... No! You didn't invade any privacy, Amelia. You didn't invade anything. I openly speak about everything, Amelia. You're not invading my privacy. Please feel free to ask or say whatever you want, but you're not invading my privacy. I take kratom. I take this as my medication for pain, endometriosis, all of it. So this is what I take. I use the green strain to give me energy in the morning, and I use the red strain in the evening because it gives me a sedated effect. Keeper runs away when there's fights. His name is Chase. Okay, hang on, guys. I'll be right back. I hope Amelia didn't leave. I hope she's still here. You didn't invade my privacy, sweetheart. Again, I openly talk about everything. I feel like I have to openly talk about everything if I want to be, a whisperer, you know? There's only a couple of things I keep private in my life, but... Alright, watch my pretty girl, okay? It's starting to rain. I better hurry up. Okay, watch my girl. Yeah, you came to the right place, Amelia. I'll be right back. Ha! Back. I was on another planet. I was on the SSP, the Secret Space Program, Bonnie. I was on the moon. I was on Saturn. I was on one of the moons to Saturn. I was on Mars. I was on Sirius B. I remember flying towards, so to speak, for lack of better terms. I remember traveling towards Jupiter, but I don't remember what happened when I was there. Where else? We were in outer space floating around. I was on the Secret Space Program. Where I was before I was born here on Earth is I was on a yellow-orange planet in heaven with Yeshua HaMashiach. I remember the time from before I was born here on Earth. There's some people that I remember being up in heaven from before we were born on Earth, and now we're on Earth and I see them down here, and I recognize them from before the time I was born. Bonnie's head probably just went poof. Seriously. But I was on the Secret Space Program. And as fantastical as my story about being on Mars searching for dolphins, as fantastical as that sounds, I have to tell you it was a Secret Space Program, and my testimony about the SSP that, hey, that perked up the ears of some Marines and some combat vets. And I kid you not, because of my testimony about being on the Secret Space Program, SSP, and also about being sent to South America to look for that alien predator looking thing, Gruff or Graph, whatever it's called, like a Bigfoot. It's an interdimensional being that has no business being here on Earth. That part of my testimony captured the attention of some Marines and combat vets. And I gotta tell you, some of the combat vets that I met, they were also sent down to South America after this thing. That Gruff or Graph, whatever it was, down to South America. I think we were in Peru too, looking for that thing. But the Marines too, I have to say that a few Marines and some combat vets, when they read the part about the Secret Space Program and being sent to South America for mission, they said, you know, Holly, that was the one part of your testimony that piqued my interest because I have a memory. Or people like Marines typically are approached the most for these MK Ultra projects, you know, as far as a Manchurian Candidate or a long shooter. So I can't read my chat room when I'm driving. But Marines tend to be approached the most for these MK Ultra projects. But these combat vets, you guys heard of that Afghanistan giant, right? It's strange how, you know, when, hey, it's ECWN, WWF. It's a Charlie horse. I hate Charlie horses. Man, I get Charlie horses so bad. My foot cramps like it's in a high heel shoe. And my calf, oh boy. Yeah, Amelia, my problem is I'm too vocal. I have to remind myself to slow down, watch what I say, which never happens. I just make sure I don't use names. And if I do use a name, that I say something good about the person or just don't say anything at all. Where am I driving to? I'm looking for money. I'm looking for that damn leprechaun that stole my pot of gold. Seriously, we're trying to find that leprechaun. Hey, Susan, how are you, sweetheart? It's so great to see you. Where's that leprechaun? I know. Boy, Susan, he's got a big fat pot of gold. All of us would be taken care of for a while, so help me find him. I think all MKs got our pots of gold stolen. Say a lot. Yeah, you know what I say, Amelia? Is I want my check for being a super soldier. Where's my pay and compensation for being a super soldier? I want it. I think what? 3 million? An easy 3 million. Actually, they probably owe me 30 million because being a super soldier is very high risk. I'd say $30 million. Hey, John, how are you? John or Joni? Macaro, how are you, sweetheart? I love you, honey. It's so great to see you. Can sciatica be the fourth? Charlie horse, the third seal. Sciatica, the fourth seal. Third, fourth. Yeah, that's sciatica. Oh. I have problems with my sciatica. They wanted to do a surgery on me because it gets so bad that sometimes I have to run to pee. Like, I have trouble holding my... Okay, that's too much information. Hang on a second. Let me get Kiefer out of the car. Thanks, Susan. That's a sweet comment. I don't feel like a pot of gold. Right, they give me my money. I'm sharing it with you guys. Okay. Oops. Okay. There you go. Come on, sweet pea. So, yeah, man. I wish they gave me compensation for being a super soldier. Shh. I deserve it. I mean, these people are getting free money, free stimulus money, because they don't want to work. They're scared of a virus, which is worse than a kid being scared of the boogeyman. I mean, these adults run around, I'm just so sick to get scared. Oh my God, I'm going to get scared. I'm going to get sick. Oh no. And it's like, it's a virus. That's all it is a virus. What's today? Thursday? I don't even know what day it is. What are you guys saying in my chat room? Give me money. And brain scramble, give me it. They won't, because I'd use it for good though, right? Joanne, thank you, Joanne. Joanne, I love you. You're such a sweetheart. I think of you often, Joanne. like if we had a video game, and in the video game, all the super soldiers and MK Ultras, if we all had a character, I would pick your character, Joanne. Joanne. I would pick your character to play. That or James Casbolt's character. Sorry, hang on, I'm going to drop everything. Come here. Hang on 1 second. When I was 55, my knees began being stairs. I began taking whey protein. Really? Whey protein? Stop that? Susan, I got to remember that. I used to have some here. Hang on 1 second. Come here. Where do you think you're going? You're a wet doggy. Come here. Come here. Oh, you like this because you're getting your belly rubbed. Uh-huh. Yeah, because you're getting your belly rubbed. Okay, go. Get out of here. Get out of here. Hang on 1 second. I don't mean to be rude. Can you give me a minute? It might say buffering, but I'm not going anywhere. Just give me 1 second if you don't mind. Hang on. Don't go nowhere. Reconnecting. Sorry about that. The Afghan thing. I did a mission there and also been on a few teams dealing with monster creatures like this massive black mass of a thing that had a cloud shroud too and long limbs. Susan Cano, thank you for saying that. I used to have whey protein. Maybe I had left it in Maryland. I'll have to get more of that. My knees suck. I don't mean to be rude. I'm sorry, guys. Forgive me for the buffering. That's me, because when I flip a screen, this goes to buffer. My friend took the day off of work today, and I'm trying to convince them to hang out with me and goof off. You know, I don't have much of a life. I mean, I got a life, but, you know, online, I'm always deprogramming. You know, I don't go out. flipping a screen. Maybe we can flip a coin. I'm 75 on October 2nd. Oh my goodness, Susan. Happy early birthday. Oh my goodness. I just had a birthday too. We're only a few weeks apart from each other. Oh, happy birthday, Susan. There's a whole bunch of people that, for the past year, I haven't wished my friends happy birthday. I had a rough year, but I want to make sure I get back to wishing everybody a happy birthday. Besides the holidays that Abba has for us, and I love his holidays more. Once I switched from the Hallmark holidays over to his feasts and festivals, stop it! I used to say to my friends, God rocks, okay? Because he parties for 7 nights and 8 days. Hallmark, you only get 1 day for Christmas, 1 day for Easter, 1 day for New Year's. Not my God parties. We get 7 nights and 8 days of a feast and festival. That, to me, is a real holiday. Not you get 1 day off of work, and even then it's for a pagan deity that you get the day off of work. I don't want to give my homage to a pagan deity. I want to give my respects, my gestures to the great grand almighty I am. Like, did you ever hear of Enlil and Enki talk about Abba? You know, the one that's above them? They say he's mean and they don't like him. Yeah, that's the one I want. I don't think Abba's mean, distant, cruel, or anything like that. I don't. Virgos rock, yes. We do rock. I have this cousin down in Tennessee, and she's been so jealous of me her whole entire life. It's terrible. But anyway, when I was down there in 2019, and somebody asked me when it was my birthday, and I was like, I'm a Virgo. And we started to talk about astrology. Now, I'm not into astrology like the sun signs, but I talk about it, everything and anything. And so me and this guy were talking about his sign, my sign, and their butts in my cousin. Oh yeah, I'm a Virgo too. I'm a Virgo. When's your birthday? Oh, it's August something other. Yeah, dude, you're not a Virgo. Yes, I am, Holly. I am a Virgo. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Go look it up on the internet. It says you're a Libra. You're not a Virgo. Him and I are Virgos. That's why we're talking about how great Virgos are. But you're not a Virgo. And no matter how much you say you're a Virgo, it doesn't change the fact that you're only a Libra. And what it was is we were talking about, Lady and the Dragon in Revelation. That's talking about the Virgo and Leo star constellations with Mercury, Mars, and Venus. Those 3 planets making up the 12 crowns of Virgos, or 12 stars on Virgo's crown. Hey, Emerald! Emerald, I meant to get back to you. Only a Libra. I didn't mean it like that, Emerald. To my cousin, because of how she treated me and how the whole jealousy bit, I meant it to slight her. I like Libras. My friend that was just texting me, which I caused this whole show to buffer, he's a Libra. So, but Emerald, I think you wrote me, Emerald, and I haven't gotten back to you, and I don't mean to be rude. I read it, and you had like a bunch of interesting things to say, and I remember sitting there, and I'm like, I gotta take a minute and think about what he's saying. Like, instead of just send you back something, like, I actually sat back in my chair thinking, but then I got distracted, and I didn't get back to you, and I'm so sorry, Emerald. Please forgive me. They were psychic attacking me with your voice last night. I was like, I hope this is false. Emerald Amethyst. I'm Holly Baglio11 at gmail.com. Holly Baglio11. Constant attack. Why are they using my voice to attack you? Because I'll be honest, it's not me. I would not attack you, Emerald. If anything, what I will do is send you my prayers, my love, my blessings, and I will send you good things in Yeshua's name. I would never attack you like that. Libra, lovely leveled Libra. Yeah, I would sing to you. I would sing to you. No, you know what, Emerald, I'll be honest, there have been times when, waking up from MK Ultra programming where I've gotten scared shitless. Remember Lavoy Finicum? He was murdered, and then the refugees were still at his at the house, and the FBI was surrounding them, trying to get the refugees to come out. I went bonkers that night, straight up bonkers. Lavoy Finicum, that was the weirdest thing. Somebody sent me a video of Lavoy Finicum being murdered, and then I'm watching that. I get on the internet, and then I see people talking about Lavoy Finicum being murdered, so I get on YouTube, and I pull up the video of what they had on YouTube, and I kid you not, that video had certain things blacked out, but the video I was sent, had everything in it. Everything in it. Hey, Joni, how are you? I'm getting confused with Joanne and Joni. I'm so sorry. Joanne McCarroll, every time. This reminds me of you. This bag, all the beautiful colors of the rainbow. Joanne McCarroll, this reminds me of you. Anything with rainbow colors, it reminds me of you all the time. But it's good to see you, Joni Valentina. But during that time, I got so scared that when I had fallen asleep, I left my body. And I showed up in my friend's dream. And when I showed up in my friend's dream, I had a rifle with me. And I remember sitting down next to him, and I started talking to him. But I sat down and I talked to him. The next morning, Chris had called me up, and he's like, Holly, I had a dream about you. Or did you visit me in my dreams? Because it felt real. He goes, I was watching the stuff on Lavoy Finicum with the 4 refugees, and I fell asleep to it. I said, me too. But I got so scared over everything that I had left my body and invaded his dream. And I was telling him in the dream that I was scared. And, but there's something I always say, Emerald, there's something I always say, so if it is, say, if something happened, which I don't leave my body, I know that's going outside of Abba, I don't do anything intentionally without him, but during times of heightened stress, in the past, my altars, before getting right with Yeshua, would bust into someone's dream. And no offense, I'd probably bust into someone's dream right now if I thought something bad was going to happen to them and I wanted to warn them. But there's always one thing that I say to someone when they're into their dream. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's really easy too, you could guess it. But there's always one thing I say. But I would not attack you, Emerald. I wouldn't attack anybody. Hold on 1 second, sweethearts. 1 second. Hang on. Okay, let me get back to your comments. So, Emerald, again, I'm sorry to you. I wanted to write you back, and I didn't mean to be rude. I was raging a lot lately, but I worked through it and saw a lot of manipulation tactics being used. Perception kept being messed with. Emerald, I'm sorry. My Orion source said I should send you the singing of our people. If you have a way, I could send it to you. Amelia, I would love to hear it. I was just thinking about that song that you're mentioning. It's not the song, it's a song that explains your past. I'd love to hear it, Amelia. Geez, I'm on Skype, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Gab. My email is hollybaglio11@gmail.com. I'd love to hear it. Thank you for moving energy of rage. I'm sure our world is helped and relieved with your expressing, feeling you're doing the heavy lifting for sure. Yeah, Emerald. I agree with what Susan said to you. I look like crap. Hang on, sorry. Hang on. If you sent it to me weeks ago, I probably didn't get it. I've been trying to keep up on stuff like that, ECWN. I've gotten to the point where I'm starting to trust people more. Like, there's been somebody that's been coming in my chat room for years. And just yesterday, I kind of stepped out of the shade and trusted the person with my cell number, and it worked out perfectly. I have a trustworthy friend and support system. I mean, he's been in my chat room for years, but, you know, I'm cautious of people. And typically it seems like I trust the wrong people off the bat, and the good people I should be trusting, I don't trust them at all. So, I'm sorry, ECWN. It's just sometimes I wish I could be like, yeah, here's my cell phone number. Give me a call. It's easier that way. And it is easier that way. To sing to you, it's a song that is said to do something similar. That sounds good, Amelia. I'd love to hear it. I didn't even think to check my spam folder. You're brilliant, ECW, and I haven't done that in a while. And I noticed that some of my spam is going to my inbox, and it's like, when the hell did that change? Put who I was in the title. Oh, I gotta look for it. Hang on. Don't go. Emily. I love emeralds. Emeralds and jade are supposedly my birthstones, but I love them. Lisa, during Rage Fest, I deleted everything because I'm tired of. You know how they trigger me with Project Beta? You're in a wheelchair, Amelia? Oh, I'm so sorry. Project Beta, when they try to trigger me with Beta, I guess you say in the spirit you hear it, but to me, it sounds like it's an audible voice coming from the outside, right? So it's a voice coming from the outside and I'm hearing it. But I don't think that if anybody else was sitting at the table with me that they would hear it at the same time. But it's like somebody throws their voice. You know, when people throw their voice, when they try to trigger Beta in me, and this has happened constantly through the past 7 years. But what it sounds like is that they try to throw their voice and do a kitten's meow. And it's an audible sound. I can hear it come from like the outside of me. It's not like a voice on the inside. It's not that still small voice. It's not said in the spirit or in prayer, but it's a noise on the outside of me that I hear. And it's a kitten's meow. Purple cabbage juice helps arthritis. Yeah, I got bad arthritis. The different cat communications, is that what it is? Yeah, it's like somebody's throwing their voice and I hear a kitten's meow. You know, hey Victoria, it's good to see you. Someone say something in my ear or something, but not inside, like an altar. Or it'll be inside or in a car, and I feel a single raindrop hit my head. Right? I'm glad I brought this up. I haven't told anybody that. I haven't told anybody what I just told you guys as to how they trigger beta. Like, so with SRA sending me her tits and vagina and all of that, which I'm going to the police with her hate mail. Again, but see, she was writing these hate emails with psychological warfare in it, but also she was, whether it was trigger words themselves or whether it was a spell, she would write in like alpha, beta, green cloud to Sam, red 133 and black this and orange that and all this other crap. And I would see every time she have like beta alpha 13 red green some other numbers 285 7000 whatever. And I'd always see with SRA she'd always have beta in it. Well, I can look at that word beta all I want, nothing's gonna happen. It's only until that trigger is thrown at me that I'm triggered. Like when the voice is thrown and I hear a kitten meow, that's the way to trigger beta. For me to look at the word beta, that ain't gonna do crap. It's not how you trigger beta in me. I'm sorry, Emerald. You know what, Emerald, I'll be honest. I won't say it again, Emerald. I actually got wrong, like the numbers and like the sequence she put it in. I kind of scrambled it up. I didn't mean to make you nauseous, but thank you for saying that, Emerald, because I gotta say, some of my alters thought it was BS. What she was sending me with, I'm not gonna repeat it, but you know what I just said, those trigger words? I thought it was BS. I was talking to one of my alters who's cloaked, and my alter who's cloaked, she's like, that ain't gonna work on you, Holly. Like, I don't even know what it means, but I can tell you it's not going to work on you. It's not going to work on you. Well, number one, you're in Abba's hands. But number two, the Cullens bloodline erased my memory. I don't even know what the triggers are anymore. So if I don't know what the triggers are, you're not going to be able to trigger me. And I've been through harmonic programming, but the reason why people can't trigger me on harmonic programming anymore is because the man, the handler who held the codes for my harmonic programming, King Morocco, he's dead. King Morocco's dead. He used to be up here in Peapack, New Jersey, Natarar, right off of 202, Peapack, Gladstone, New Jersey. He lived in that big mansion. My grandmother used to work for the King of Morocco. He's dead. He held the harmonic codes. Only, forgot my thought. Damn it. Now I'm getting frustrated. I always thought it was bull crap. Yes, ECWN, I need a cigarette. I don't have money to get one. Yeah, I want a cigarette. I like smoking. So when I was talking to my altar, I thought that my altar was saying, your memory bank has been wiped. You're not going to remember these trigger words. My cloaked altar said she's not going to let those things trigger me. I thought it was BS, Emerald. I really did. I thought it was BS, and she was just talking gibberish as trigger words. But after what you said about it making you nauseated, maybe it isn't BS. Maybe those are real trigger words, but they're not working on me. Here in Jersey, you can't smoke in prison or jail. It's non-smoking. It's like they have battery pack attached to every nerve. Violently convulsed many times from it, and it's called injuries. That violent convulsing, I've had that before. Where's Susan Can? Oh, processing all of this. I hope I'm not bombarding you, Emerald. I've been wanting to talk to you, Emerald. You're the one that's got that show, right? Like, I don't have you confused with another Emerald. Like, this going back years ago, I used to come in your chat room. You, Emerald? Right? Or is it two different people? Forgive me. I'm not trying to be rude. I do get people and things mixed up. Joni Valentina. No, I only have PayPal. Oh! What is that Cash App? Hey, listen, I got to get rid of my PayPal because they want my tax ID number. I am not giving them any of my tax information, especially because PayPal is gifts. I'm not buying or selling anything. It's gifts. Or I borrow people from money. Borrow money from people. People from money. Anyway, like, so maybe I can switch over to that Cash App. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry about cigarettes. Can you give me a moment, please? I don't mean to be rude. My stomach hurts and I just need a minute. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. My guts get ripping on me and And I ran out of Kratom. I scraped change up this morning to buy Kratom, but forgive me. It hurts. My guts hurt and hurt and hurt. But also, like, my intestines, like, they spasm and it's really painful, and that comes from stress. It comes from people like SRA sending me naked photos of themselves, to be honest with you. You wish you had a show? Okay, Emerald, Amethyst, I'm confusing you. But Emerald, I will go back through my email. Same with you, ECWN, and I will try to find your emails to me. I'm not trying to be rude to you guys. I wish I didn't have so many trolls, haters, and adversaries. I could just give you my number. Up until the year 2015, I had my cell number up on Facebook, and you could just pick up and call me. I had my cell phone number up on Facebook for like 7 years. If I put my phone number up on Facebook right now, forget it. Forget it. You guys wouldn't call me, and you guys are the ones I'd want to hear from. It'd be everybody else that hates me calling me. When SRA and her friends had my number, they would call, scream something obscene, hang up. Call back. As soon as they hung up, call back again. As soon as they hung up, another one, call back. You know, I get one troll yelling at me and a second troll calling in on my call waiting to have their chance to yell at me. Yeah, I kind of have phone phobia. I wouldn't mind having like a second phone number so I could be like, guys, just call me, text me, because I don't want to have to go through the whole email process. But, I mean, if I had money, I'd have a second cell phone line. I'd have a second cell phone line and just tell you people to call me. You people. I would tell my loved ones, you, my loved ones, to call me. Hey, Emerald, with the stuff you talk about, or we're talking about, you should have a show. Pepto-Bismol. I don't know that Pepto-Bismol would help the cramps in my intestines. Thank you, Amelia. It will. It goes and comes. I cope with my belly pain a lot better than I used to. Thank you. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, I will. So, I think we're in the tribulation, and I think the first seal, the white horseman, the first seal has opened, and the white horseman is riding. I'm really concerned because that second seal is the red horseman, and that's when men start slaying each other. I wonder if that's when King Murphy says, oh yeah, New Jersey has the highest outbreaks of COVID. We're locking down, and for the unvaccinated, we'll be going door to door to re-educate you. Yeah, door to door to re-educate us means that you're going to have a gun locked. You're going to have a gun safety off, loaded, and ready to pull the trigger. And pick on my, okay, I'll look at Instagram, Amelia. I'm not always on Instagram. I try to, but it's a pain in the neck. But I love Instagram. Some of my best friends are on Instagram, and that's the only place I can get in touch with them. You can get loads of information, and they're super easy to get cheap. Thank you, Georgina. Yeah, my belly calmed down. It calmed down. Thank you, guys. I have a lot better coping skills than when I was taking, like, Levcinex and all the pain pills for my intestines. Like, I do a lot better now with the pain than I did when I was on pain pills. So, Emerald amethyst. You know, when Heavenly Abba brought me to heaven, when my papa died, I was 13, and my papa raised me. Abba brought me to heaven, and I saw emeralds and amethysts and rubies and sapphires, and they were so brilliant and so gorgeous looking. The colors had smells to them, and I like your tag. It's full of light and love and healing. We find them really good for blockages too. Amelia, we can hook up, you know, via messenger or email, and then we'll take it from there, okay? Yes, may you have a show, Emerald. I would love to hear that song. I'd be humbled. I'd be humbled. Tomorrow is Friday, I think. Tomorrow I am running panels. Panels, 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 panels. If you guys want to get on the panel with me, you're more than welcome to. That'll be tomorrow. I pray you hedges of protection in Yeshua's name, Emerald. Don't let them touch him, Heavenly Abba. Take your sword, stab it in the ground between Emerald and the enemies. Protect Emerald, keep him invisible to the enemies, and don't let those enemies cross past your sword. Selah. I'm humbled, Amelia. Oh no, Aaron. We'll be praying for you, Aaron. You're going through a lot. We'll be praying for you. And probably at some point today, I'm going to reach out to you. So I think on that note, I'm going to get going. My landlord texted me. Don't know what he wants. Hope I'm not in trouble. Last night wasn't a good night. I yelled at somebody. I yelled at an attorney. And now my landlord's calling me. Attorneys, when they don't do their job, I mean, come on. You know, attorneys are sitting in a cushy office. What do they care if you're being miserable? What do they care if you got to record yourself going in and out of your house to walk your dog so the other squatting tenants don't beat you up because they're chasing you around the property and inside the house? Well, yeah, man. I want to know what you as an attorney are doing. Are you just sitting on your ass in your cushy office taking your time? You don't care if you get the paperwork into the courts. The courts are going to take at least 45 days, but you're an attorney, so you can actually push that through faster and get the court date faster than 45 days because you're an attorney. But hey, don't let me tell you how to do your job, because remember, I don't know jack squat. Okay, so it sucks to be me in this house being chased up my own stairs. I can't walk my dog unless I have a video recorder going. And yeah, man, I want to know what the landlord's attorney is doing. Why do I have to live like this? I'm already traumatized and tortured. I pay my rent 2 weeks early. I shouldn't have to live like that. Being stalked, harassed, and threatened by tenants that are squatting. There's a young couple that fights a lot. And when fighting with each other isn't good enough, then they start fighting with the other tenants on the property. They all, well, thanks, Amelia. I had to, nobody's doing anything, so what I did was I pressed charges against the couple, but I want to drop the charges. I don't want to go through with it. I think it's up to the landlord to press the charges and do what he's supposed to do. I think it's up to his attorney to do what they're hired to do. Not for me to be running around doing the legwork, not for me putting myself in more harm's way. And what'll happen is I'll do all this hard work, I'll help the landlord get out the squatters, and then what'll happen, he'll turn around in a couple months and go, oh yeah, Holly, you gotta move out. I'm renovating the house. There's no loyalty, so I'm not really even wanting to help the attorney anymore. Or wanting to help the landlord anymore. So I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see what the next few weeks holds. I'll talk to my landlord, but I'm going to tell him, why should I put myself in harm's way to press charges on them? You've been the landlord here for, what, a year now? You should be handling it. It should not be up to me, your tenant, to handle it. And if I have to handle it, then you should give me a reduction in my rent, since I have to waste my time, my gas, calling up my attorneys. I should be reimbursed for that. No, it's not street theater. So I don't know. But I'm going to go and deal with some of the things I got to take care of. But noise harassment, it's okay. Right? It'd be nice to have a safe zone for people like us. It really would. But Amelia, that is a luxury that no one is going to allow us. Even though we deserve it, no one's going to allow us to have it. Oh, thank you. Sit, man. Amelia, thank you for your time. Thanks for hanging out with me. Like, I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm always on YouTube, especially lately with the triggering and stuff going on. Because, like, I hold on to you guys. You know, this is how I deprogram and come to terms with everything. I know. I pray that someday we get to rest right. All right, guys, I'm going to bounce. I love you very, very much. I might come on later to do a video, but if not, I will see you guys tomorrow in the afternoon, towards the evening, towards dinner time. I'll run panels, and everybody's welcome except for trolls, haters, and adversaries. All right, I love you guys. See you later.